What's good, everybody? It's your boy Phlexer back in the building again today or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting my nose shave on, type shit or whatnot. I ain't growing out my beard nothing like that. I just ain't shaved in a while or whatnot. Just been trying to just do me or whatnot. All right, good shit right there. Anyways, though, so I'm scrolling YouTube or whatnot, doing my thing, and then I see this video about Red Fox or whatnot. If y'all don't know who Red Fox is, whatnot, you never watched Sanford and Son, you never, you know what I'm saying, you never seen them specials growing up. One of the most underrated comedic geniuses of our time or whatnot. People want to be like Eddie Murphys, Dave Chappelle's, Bob Messier, but niggas don't give Red Fox his flowers. And so, I mean, I guess since I like comedy or whatnot, a lot or whatnot, especially stand-up comedy, this video came up on my timeline. It says, why Hollywood didn't respect Red Fox when he died. Here's why. And I'm like, hold on. I mean, like, cause like, if I remember correctly or whatnot, like, niggas didn't, like, it wasn't, you don't see memes, you don't see memes, but, like, the yearly anniversary when this dude died, or, like, you don't see, like, when people start celebrating him again, Bob Messier with it, like how we do with Bernie Mac. When you see, Bernie Mac show clips, always highlighted Bob Messier, but you'll never see, like, Sanford and Son highlights. You'll never see, you know what I'm saying, like, some of his stand-up stuff or whatnot. So, I kind of want to see, like, what happened there to make it to where Red Fox isn't appreciated like these other people are. So, we gonna hop into the video. Shout out to Comedy Hype or whatnot. Make sure y'all subscribe to their channel or whatnot. Give the video a thumbs up, all that good stuff right there. But let's go ahead and hop into this and whatnot and see what actually happened here.
Oftentimes in entertainment, those who worked hard and made a name for themselves in the business get overlooked, as if they had very little part in influencing the current generation. Some established legends didn't get the flowers they deserve before they passed away, and unfortunately some were even disrespected while they were still with us. We've heard many Hollywood stories that feature producers and executives on the wrong side of history. Red Fox is a comedian's name that isn't mentioned as much as his peers in the industry, but his impact on the genre cannot be understated.
Facts.
Red Fox was born in
Facts.
December of 1922, and even though Fox is a legend in the eyes of many,
Damn, man, you gotta understand that 1922? Did he say it right?
industry, but his impact on the genre cannot be understated. Red Fox was born in December of 1922.
God damn. To be born in 1922 and affect a nigga like me who was born in 1987 or whatnot. God damn. I hope he got that date right, because I swear to you, that's a legend right there.
And even though Fox is a legend in the eyes of many, it's unfortunate that the Hollywood executives that work with him didn't see it that way. Here's why Hollywood disrespected Red Fox. In 1991, Eddie Murphy would create the CBS sitcom The Royal Family, stemming from the behind-the-scenes chemistry of the set of Harlem Nights. His original goal was to reintroduce Red Fox to primetime television, his first series in 5 years. In his prime, the St. Louis Red comedian would dominate TV during the early 70s with the hit show Sanford and Son, starring Damon Wilson and Fox himself, as it would peak to the number 2 spot in the Nielsen ratings.
Say, man, if y'all ain't never watched Sanford and Son episodes, go watch some. Because Sanford and Son was funny as hell. Funny as hell.
Now, despite having a proven track record with the series Sanford and Son and being an act who shared the screen with the likes of Richard Pryor
Harlem Nights, entertaining ass movie.
and Murphy, network executives and producers connected to the show still felt the need to micromanage everything that went on during the filming. Actress Della Reese, who portrayed Fox's wife on The Royal Family, spoke on how many of the white producers had the mindset of, I know a lot about black people, I have a lot of black friends. In an interview with the Television Academy, Reese revealed several
That's not a good thing. So my son is half white, so I'm gonna tell y'all this now. I'm a quarter white, so I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Stop I know how black people act. I have black friends. Chill out with that. That sounds so racist, and I hate this. I even hate to bring that up because you know I don't like talking about race or whatnot. But don't say I have black friends, and black people stop saying I have white friends. Like, just you have friends. That's what it is. Because as soon as you start saying I have black friends or whatnot, and like it already sounds like you're putting them in a box. Like you're saying like, oh, I know how this friend is gonna act because he's black. I know how this friend is gonna act because he's white or whatnot. I know how this friend's gonna act because he's Mexican. Don't stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Seeing stories involving herself and Red Foxx on set of The Royal Family. According to Reese, Red was in a constant fight with some of the show's producers who wanted to retain control over the series. He was always trying to tell Red how to be funny. That is so stupid. And he approaches it with, I'm one of the producers and I can tell you how to be funny if I want to. And Red was saying, you don't even know funny. You can't tell me something you don't even know. As an interview,
that's one thing that I will say right there. If you hired a comedian because of his skills of being funny, don't all of a sudden try to like tell him how to be funny. Like, dude, he's already funny. He knows how to be funny. That's why y'all hired him.
We'll go on. Reese would then tell the story of how the disrespect towards Red would eventually collide with the ending of his life. Reese said that during rehearsals for one episode, Foxx was required to walk behind her while she was sitting in a chair on set in the kitchen. Red was not present at the time due to a previously scheduled interview with Entertainment Tonight. Instead of using Foxx for the rehearsal, a body double was used. For some reason, the producer did not like the use of a body double and wanted to use Foxx for the scene, despite Foxx not having any lines. According to Reese, anyone could have walked behind her for the rehearsal. Even though anyone could have walked behind Reese, because they didn't have any lines, the producer walked over to the Entertainment Tonight set and got Red to return to the set of The Royal Family. Once Foxx found out he didn't have any lines in the scene and all he had to do was walk behind Reese, he became livid. According to Reese, shortly after, he fell to the ground in pain. At first, the cast and crew thought Red was doing a pratfall, something he was known for. However, when Red told Della to call his wife, that's when she knew it was serious. That day, on October 11th, in 1992, would be the last time Foxx would be on a Hollywood set, as he would later be pronounced dead at the age of 68. According to the Desert News, Louis Pittman, who was Foxx's accountant then, said the actor died at 7:45 p.m. at Queens of Angels Hollywood Presbyterian Medical Center.
That's why I think he got that date wrong. Because, yeah, hold on. '91? Wow, it seemed like he died. Okay.
Foxx collapsed on the set of the CBS television series on the Paramount Studios lot at 5555 West Melrose Avenue in Hollywood shortly after 4 p.m. Foxx was unconscious and in extremely critical condition with acute myocardial infarction, a heart attack. When he reached the emergency room, a hospital spokeswoman said. In that same interview for the Television Academy,
it's a shame that he died from the one thing that he always like played to give him good. Like, oh, here comes the big one, and the big one actually came. That's sad. That's sad.
Reese would reveal what happened soon after producers found out that Foxx had passed away.
The doctor comes out and says, Mrs. Foxx, we've done all that we can do, and your husband is gone. Standing this close were two of the producers, and they said, what are we going to do with the script? She's sitting right here. They just told her that her husband was dead.
And they worried about the fucking show.
And I went crazy. I went absolutely insane. And got in my car and left. And I made up my mind in that car on the way home that I wasn't ever going to do television that way again.
They never treated him with the respect that he should have had. He should have had a writer on the show. Instead, they stuck Jackée in there, and she's a wonderful comedian. But that was not the time nor the place for her to be. They just got her and sat her in there. He never got the treatment he needed. He was not phased out of it. He didn't get an accident or didn't get sick or something. He was no longer in it. One day he was there and one day he wasn't. Unfortunately, Hollywood producers, immediately thinking of their own productions as opposed to the well-being of their talent they hired, is a common occurrence in show business. If you guys remember, just not too long ago, Jamie Foxx suffered a medical emergency that left him hospitalized for several weeks. Jamie was in the middle of filming a new Netflix film, Back in Action, in Atlanta. Less than a week after his hospitalization, TMZ reported that filming of the movie would continue without Foxx. Instead, a body double was hired to complete Jamie's remaining scenes in the movie. When news became public that the production was moving on without him, it didn't sit well with fans, who criticized Netflix for caring about money over the health of their star.
That's just Hollywood, period, or whatnot. They just seem like if the money stops flowing or the show stops going or whatnot, the money stops flowing or whatnot, and we got to stop that, man. These actors are people, man.
One user would say, Jamie Foxx had a stroke and 8 days left to film a movie he was working on. Instead of waiting until he was well, they used a stunt double to finish the job. Moral of the story is, take some days off to spend with your family because your job is going to move on without you.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's why I've quit so many, I ain't gonna say so many jobs, but that's the main reason why I've quit jobs in the past, is because it seemed like they only cared about what's going on there instead of like what's going on with your outside life. You could tell them, hey, I got this going on, Bob, and it's like, all right, we can move on without you. And that's cap. That's bullshit.
Another user would go on to express a similar sentiment. Imagine you're Jamie Foxx and you got 8 days left to finish shooting a movie and you have a stroke. The director decided to use a stunt double to replace you versus waiting for you to get well. Moral of the story, take needed time to make sure you're good, because they're moving on without you. Despite these disheartening stories, some have empathized with companies that have invested money into projects and the potential loss of their original investment. Even though both sides are heard, there must be a middle ground that companies can fall back on in order to make themselves not seem so heartless. You see, Hollywood has a long history of exploiting their artists for monetary gain, while never considering the feelings, emotions, and mental health of them.
That's not just Hollywood. That's workplaces in general. Especially, you know what I'm saying, once you get to like upper management, it's taught in the brain or whatnot to worry about the company first before you worry about the people who actually like makes the company run. They think it's gonna just move on without you or whatnot. Trust me, my last job, last time I checked in, they still haven't been able to replace me. Still haven't. They still like, man, I wish we still had, you know what I'm saying, Phlexer here. But no. You hold me or whatnot in a position where I was like, I'm telling you, I know I'm being held or whatnot, but at the same time, I'm really good at what I do. And they just chalked it up, you know what I'm saying? They're thinking, oh, anybody else can do this. No, it took years to find me, because I started off in a different position. I was assistant grocery manager, and then I took over the management spot of one other spot, and then I made that department, you know what I'm saying, legit. And then as soon as I left or whatnot, for 6 years or whatnot, well, 6 years, for like 4 years, you had that position was legit. And then as soon as I left again, it went back to crap. These companies, these people need to realize that people who are good at their stuff or whatnot and know what they're doing, you need to appreciate them more or whatnot. And you will keep more people around. Stop thinking about the company's bottom line so much or whatnot. The bottom line is going to be the bottom line. But if you have good people at those spots, you're going to meet your bottom line.
We might treat our legends any type of way. It's important to preserve the legacy of those who walked before us. Even when he was here, it appeared that Foxx knew he couldn't rely on Hollywood to give him nor his friends the respect. In fact, he would take his respect back by launching the Red Fox Walk of Fame at his office of Red Fox Productions, where he and several of his Hollywood friends, including LaWanda Page, would place their footprints in cement and sign their names back in the late 80s. Original prints from back then can reportedly still be seen today. This year marks Foxx's 100th birthday. It's up to us to pay homage to our legends.
Hello, this is Dave Chappelle. I'm here in Atlanta. wishing a comedy legend a very happy 100th birthday. Man, I wish you were here so I could see you again and you could see me for the first time. I'm sure we would have hit it off. Much love to you, Red Fox. May your legacy continue forever.
Man, alright, man. That was a W video or whatnot. To be dead honest with you or whatnot, it was something that needed to be said, something that needed to be talked about or whatnot. How Red Fox was one of our underappreciated comedian geniuses of our time or whatnot. Like, if you know comedy, you know that he was a GOAT or whatnot. But the way he's portrayed nowadays or whatnot, it made it seem like he was just another body that Hollywood just used or whatnot. But we got to stop that or whatnot, man. This man here was a effing genius. Anyways, this is your boy Philly Phlexer. I can't even end this off on a good note. This is your boy Philly Phlexer. Signing off or whatnot. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, all that good shit right there. And appreciate the people that's around you right now or whatnot. Appreciate the people, the stars like that we have right now, because when these people are gone, you're gonna sit here and act like, yeah, I was a fan of him, I was a fan of this, but in the shirt. No, show them they flowers now. Alright, man. Deuces.